All right, we're going to go through an install of the hosted PCI module for Magento. This is a 161 clean install, so I'm going to go ahead and log in as my administrator. And we're gonna go into system here, and you'll see that HostedPCI is not configured as one of the payment methods available currently. So we're gonna just go ahead and open up our FTP right here. Sorry, and we'll see on FTP that we have our test store here. I've created a test store 2, and we're going to drag from the export file that you receive from HostedPCI. We'll copy over the app directory, and that's the bigger one, and then we'll copy over JavaScript as soon as it's done. Few more to go here. Okay, and we'll move that over to test store 2. So that's it for FTPing over the HostedPCI module. Now you'll see here, if we go to configuration, it still won't be available in the menu. We have to go into cache management and clear all of the caches, just to be safe. Flush the Magento cache, flush the cache storage, and then HostedPCI will appear under configuration. So here we are. Now when you click on it, you're going to get a 404 error, and the simple workaround to that is just logging out of the admin panel and logging back in with your administrative credentials. Now we're going to be back into configuration. And you will see HostedPCI here. Click on it, and you'll see the 2 sets of closed options. So a lot of these parameters you'll be provided for your staging or production environment. The site ID is the site ID that's used to render the iframe. The checkout type, you can leave it as auto, or if you want to force one-step checkout or standard Magento checkout, that's fine too. Here under CC error message, you can enter an error message that you'd like to see when the customer enters an invalid credit card. So I'm just going to enter here, please enter a valid credit card number. The API passkey that was provided to you, the iframe URL, and then the API username, the location, which will usually be checkout 1 if you're just doing a simple checkout implementation, the service URL, and then an important setting here is whether you want to authorize the transaction only or if you want to actually process a full sale. If you authorize the transaction only, you'll have to do 2 steps to capture the funds. You'll have to, the transaction will be authorized, and then you'll have to invoice the sales order in order to capture the funds online. The rest of this you can pretty much leave as is, enabled. You can give a title to the HostedPCI checkout and then choose the sort order and the countries that you want to include. If HostedPCI isn't properly configured, so in other words, we haven't saved all of the values that we need, when you go to the test store, so we'll just open up the test store here, and you go through checkout, you will get an error message that specifies not all HostedPCI parameters have been selected. So that's it for the basic install, and hopefully this helps get you going on our Magento extension. Thank you.